Hi everyone, it's Sherri with Studio 28E, and how's everyone doing today? I've been working on these 8 Travelers Notebook size journals. They're about 8.5 or 8.25 by 4.25. Trying to use up some of my scraps, and so they're very eclectic. There's not a whole lot of coordinating going on, although I tried very hard to use what I had, and I did end up coordinating some of it. But anyway, because I'm just can't just stick things together that don't belong together. That's just not me. So anyway, each of these will be for sale in my Etsy shop later this afternoon. And what I'm going to do is mark them 1 through 8, and I think I'm going to try to list them all as one listing rather than, and then when you order, or if you're interested, you can go through this video and contact me, and we can take it from there. Just say what number you want. Each of these little notebooks journals will come with a goodie bag with extra buttons, ribbons, trims, maybe some fabric, some ephemera, so you can decorate it and make it your own. Like I said, right now they're probably very plain inside, but there's lots of room for you to do whatever you'd like to them. They're not all exactly the same. Some have inking, some do not. Some have stitching on the outside. One of them has crocheted on the outside. Oh yeah, that took me a long time. I don't think I'll ever do that again. I don't think I'll stitch on the hand stitch on the outside either. So let's go with this one. Will be, I get my pen right, number . This one is number 1. It's, set these back here. It's pretty much red, white, teals, blues, maybe a little bit of, I don't know, newspaper prints, and there's numbers on it. It's got some buttons on the binding threads. Inside there's a pocket with a couple pieces of ephemera. They're not loaded, but there's quite a bit to them. And there's about 20 pages in each, so that would be 40. There's music sheets. I added individual sheets and taped them in. There's children's animal cards, music, paper. Here's a little pad you can write in, made out of some of the scraps. It's coffee dyed paper or tea dyed paper, colored paper, and some of them to match. This is like painter's paper. You can write on that. This is scrapbook paper that matches the cover. The covers are cardstock covered with scrapbook paper. There's some lined paper. This is green. Food dyed paper. This is coffee dyed paper. You can maybe see the doily on there. I'm not sure. This is just a plain writing piece of paper that flips out. This one is coffee dyed as well. Bear with me because I think I might be going to sneeze. There's some more scrapbook paper, some green food color dyed, and this one was dyed on a grid. Here's a piece of that painter's paper, just as coffee dyed with some washi. There's some avocado dyed. That's the middle. And then the pages repeat themselves. There are, like I said, some of them have pockets, some of them have belly bands. Here's a belly band with a large piece of writing paper inside. And we're going to take everything out. There's a fold out of white paper. Coffee dyed paper that flips out some. The green dyed, line dyed, coffee dyed, the painter's paper, the other side of the green. This is tea stained. Here's music sheet with a couple little tags inside. That's green food color dyed, and that's the other side of it. There's a guest check in a pocket, and here's a piece of journaling paper. Opens up. You can write on both sides of this. So this is number 1. See how organized I am? I already lost the number. So I'm going to put that in the pocket. And we'll tie this up later. This one will be number 2. Surely I've got to have something that writes better than this piece. Well, it's a pen. I'm going to use a pencil. Trying to get this done before my husband gets back. This one will be number 2. It's got many colors, and on the front I did a collage with denim, lace, a piece of upholstery fabric, buttons, and some twine. All the closures are some kind of twine or ribbon. Here's we've got a little bit of a collage. There's a tag and a children's playing card. Some blue paper. Here's washi collage on some painter's paper. Music sheet with a little writing sheet inside and a tag. Green dyed, tea dyed, white paper. Here's some lined paper. Here's a short sheet of painter's paper, yellow paper that I dyed. This is the avocado, a shorter sheet of writing, lined paper, graph paper. This is a page out of an old business. It says engineering, but a lot of the stuff I saw in here was like what financials, how to solve interest on things and stuff. That's green that I dyed. This one has a little washi tape pullout. Here's another page, that half sheet. There's a little pocket you can stick something in. The other side of the white. We're in the center of the signature, and there's the buttons for this one. They're all vintage. Here's the other side. See, annuities and sinking funds. So we have a little pocket here you can put something in. That's the avocado, that's yellow, that's the other side of the painter's paper, scrapbook paper, green dyed. Here's music paper with a belly band and a little writing pad that just got tucked in here. It's got washi on the edge. There's that painter's paper, the other side of that, and a guest check. Another little, like a waterfall writing. I don't know what. Looks like it's got a piece of washi tape on it, and that just tucks in there. Here's a page from an old book that someone had tea dyed and sent to me. Right on the back of that, and this is a flip up. I'm going to read it Donnelly. That's the only person's name I can remember. And that goes in there. So this will be number 2. Number 3 is a bit more feminine. It's got a lot of pink and a little bit of fuzziness on the front with a gold button. Same deal. It's got the ties here and the buttons at the bottom. It's got a pocket on the inside. Writing sheet here. Music sheet with a pocket with a guest check. This I thought, this is old typewriter paper. I had these old typewriters ephemera, so I thought I'd put that on there for a closure. Hold that in. There's a tag. Piece of matte scrapbook paper to hold that in. It's on the painter's paper. This is coffee dye, lined paper, blue paper, and I think that's just food coloring. It's coffee dyed paper, lined paper, avocado, painters. Here's a page from that book that I reinforced because it was kind of brittle. Here is just some scrapbook paper, some white paper, some lined paper, some scrapbook paper, painters paper, coffee dyed paper, fabric clip. There's the painters. Just the other side of what you've already seen. Some washi here. This is like a little flip. And there's just a washi collage. Tag I made, a page from Little Women, a music sheet, and here's the back with the children's card in the pocket, and then I just decorated that. So this is number 3. Number 3. And where am I going to? I'll put that there. Number 4 is really a little feminine on the outside because it has a Tim Holtz girl with some lace and some bows and a cluster with some paper and some silk fabric and some burlap. She's got the button at the bottom. The button's at the bottom. This is the one I did a blanket stitch around the top. Got a music pocket on the inside. This one has a little bit of stamping. There's a piece of scrapbook paper with radios, TVs, whatnot. A pocket. And we've got just some scrapbook papers, some stamping, some Rita Donnelly, what am I doing? Rita Donnelly flip. There's a little bit of a decorated guest check. You can write on that. Some lined paper, music paper, book page, folds out. More lined paper, some stamped painter's paper. It's a fabric flip or lace flip, coffee dyed paper. Graph paper that has a little flip out with some washi. More of the painters with a little bit of stamping on it. Here's a coffee dyed paper, and if you look closely at it, you can see where I used a lace tablecloth or plastic lace tablecloth. Music sheet. Here's a tag that I made out of a music sheet, and I decorated it a little bit with some fabric ribbon and a flower and some fabric there. The tuck spot. Some more of that avocado dyed. Here's a fabric flip. Say that 3 times fast. There's a flip out. It's held on with washi tape. Here's the other piece of music paper. There's a flip out with tea dyed paper. Here's the painter's paper with a washi collage. Flip out graph paper. There's a little cluster with fabric and lace. Here's tuck spot with a little girl, little journaling card in there. I didn't really, like I said, I didn't pick and choose. You know, I didn't try. Oh, there's a piece of washi there. That's why. This one has a little bit of writing on it, where someone was doing work. They don't match perfectly. This can be used as a flip or a tuck spot. I mean, there's a matter of fact, I might even reach far enough down to hold that paper there. There is just scrapbook paper. You know, I wanted it to look neat, but I didn't. It's just, you know, basically for writing and notes. And here's just a little scrap pad I made with a bunch of extra book pages and whatnot. And I did a little stamping on it as well. And I tucked that into this pocket. And on the back, there's a diagonal pocket with just a piece of scrapbook paper that you can write on the back of. And this tag, which has some fabric on it, and you can write on the back of this. And this is number 4. I thought maybe there was enough room for her to fit that there, but we'll just stick it in the pocket. Number 5. It has some fabric on the front that was a fabric sample, and it goes well with this because it's got the orange and the tan and the rust and the gray and the brown. And it had this rust piece of ribbon, and here's some colored buttons, and I put a little bit of bling on there. Inside we have a pocket, denim pocket with a piece of writing paper, guest check, and a long tag. Here's another piece of that vintage typing paper held on with this paper clip and this little piece of ephemera. This is a page that I dyed on the grid. It's green, food coloring, and it's a fold out. This is a page from that book, the math book. It's coffee dyed. Here's just why we shouldn't have glue on them, but this is just a fold out, and this is a pocket. Here's another little booklet full of pages to write on. There's a writing sheet, painter's tape. Here's some scrapbook with some washi. Here's music sheet, line sheet, scrapbook sheet, washi tape. And this is a put down that you can write in, and tucks in there. I think you can basically see this little pocket there for yourself what's here. I mean, it's not super fancy, but you know, good for taking notes. I don't know if this is a, yep, it's a flip up. You can write in there. Scrapbook paper opens up. This opens up. It's a little envelope with an upside down guest check that's been stamped, and it has a paper ruffle and a leaf on it that I punched out, and it's got alcohol inks on it. Writing. Another little pocket I added to the back of that scrapbook paper. These are just blank tags. You can decorate them yourself or whatever. They all have about the same number of pages in them. They might look a little different because of the way they're set up, or you know, some may have half sheets, some may have whole sheets, but they're all basically the same. I mean, there's a pocket, and this flips out. That's the other side of the green paper, a children's card, and a piece of journaling paper. And this is number 5. Number 6 has a little bit of, I guess you'd call that jute lace, and it's got a cluster here with muslin, music sheet, scrapbook paper, and a piece of lace. Copper eyelets, or copper color eyelets, I guess. This is the one that has the crocheted edging. Pocket inside with a little flip up to open, that opens to write on. This sheet has got coffee dyed paper, and I used the curtain. It's a flower pot, and you can see the flowers and the leaves, and I put a little bit of silk fabric at the bottom. There's washi tape at the bottom of this page. That painter's tape here is a little cat, and here's a journaling card. scrapbook paper that's got washi on it. Here's another one of those writing sheets that goes into a belly band. This is stamped. This is a page from that business book. This is scrapbook paper. This is just a piece of washi on a piece of avocado dyed paper, and you can see the little doilies? Well, it wasn't a little doily, but doily I had on there. And here's a pretty lady. She's printed on vellum, so she looks kind of I don't know what you call that. Big, I don't know, but kind of faded out or whatever. And here we go. We've got a pocket here that was reinforced with a little bit of washi with a writing sheet in it. Here's another piece of the avocado. And there's some washi on the edge of this green sheet. There's a little tuck spot with some ephemera and a little card. Music sheet that has a pocket here with a writing sheet inside of it. This is a children's book page. It's actually one that someone did work in. Here we go with another Rita Donnelly flip up. There's a little tuck spot here with a index card. There's a tag, some stamping, washi, avocado. I don't know if I left this as an opening. No, that can be a pocket. Here's a fabric cluster. A finance book. There's a pocket with another writing sheet inside of it. Got some cat washi on it. Coffee paper. Here's just a little flip out. And here's another one of those flip up, flip down things that you can write in. And this is number 6. Now remember, they all come with a bag. They'll come with a baggie, and when I post them, you will see the bag with the journal. And they'll be $20, and that includes shipping and of course the extra bag. This one is kind of a red, white, and blue theme, even though it's not really red, white, and blue, the whole thing. This one has, I guess I'm going to have to fix this. I think I punched it. I'll have to replace this card. Anyway, there's going to be a journaling card in here. When I get this out of here, I will replace it. There's some scrapbook paper, and there's a little bit of bling and painting tape. And it opens up here. Green dyed paper, scrapbook paper, scrapbook, 4-pocket tuck here with some little writing sheets and whatever pages. Graph book paper, graph paper I should say, pocket. Blue color, food color dyed paper, vintage typing paper with a typewriter closure into that little tuck. And then we have this writing here, music sheets, coffee dyed, scrapbook paper that can be a pocket and holds this little writing sheet. There's a tag with a button and a red and blue print on it. There's these buttons. There's scrapbook paper, coffee dyed paper, scrapbook music paper. Scrapbook paper that's been torn. Children's playing card. Rita Donnelly. Are we Rita Donnelly? Nope. We're just a little pocket with a vintage lady in there. the same. There's a little envelope in here. And I did not punch the little envelope. And it's got a piece of writing paper in there. So this is number 7 with the stock card stuck on the side. I did punch it. So I will fix that and get a new piece of ephemera in there. And number 8 is turquoise tan or whatever. And this fabric, this paper looks like torn fabric. So I added some torn fabric and some bling. And it's got, yeah, what is this? Silk. Sorry, silk. A children's card inside this page pocket that's got lace on it. Here's another little decoration that you could probably use as a tuck spot. It's coffee dyed. It's got that flower basket. Here's a pocket with a tag and writing sheets. There's a guest check that flips up. Painting paper. There's a little paper clip that holds this green sheet of paper onto this coffee dye paper. This is avocado dye. This is a page from that old book. This is a flip out. Scrapbook paper, coffee dye paper. Coffee dye paper. Flip up. Flip down, and it holds this. It's got stamping on it. Music sheet. Coffee dyed. Here's a cloth ruffle. A green page that I dyed with food color. Here's some washi tape. The other side of the green that I dyed with food color. Here's the coffee dye. Music page. Coffee dye. Actually, I think this one is tea stain. I'm not sure. Blue dyed. Scrapbook paper. A large pocket with some writing sheets in it. This is actually a book page that I've backed onto an index card. There's some more, and you can see where they've underlined some of the finance. It says engineering, but that looks like stocks and interest to me. But anyway, it's interesting, I thought. Here's a writing sheet, and I put a piece of torn paper inside so you could write on it. In this pocket. And here's some more of the avocado. And this is part of eco dyeing right here. And this is the back page. And it's got a piece of writing paper in it. So this is number 8. And like I said, I will fix that sheet, that card in that little booklet. And if you're interested, just let me know. Send me an instant message. Email me. The email address will be below, and I will also be putting these in my Etsy shop later. And they will come with a goodie bag. So it's $20 each. That includes shipping or postage, because I use the U.S. Post Office. So if you're international, the $20 does not cover your freight. I'm sorry, you'd have to pay extra for the freight, and I don't know what that would be. We'd have to, I'd have to get that from the post office. But I'm guessing probably at least $15 to send, if not more, depending on where you are. So, yeah, that's a lot. I wouldn't send something like this through that mail. Well, anyway, this is, these are the journals, and they will be available. You can visit our Facebook group, which is Studio 28E Journal Creations. We've got a contest going on right now. If you use our mushroom melody admin collaboration kit, you can get that free. If you submit projects for the next 4 weeks, or 5 weeks, I guess, you can be entered into winning a prize each week. And then the final prize is a journal. It's just a blank naked journal, but you'll be able to use some of your goodies from your Mushroom Melody admin kit. So like I said, that's free. Just contact, it's free until October 1st. Just contact an admin and we will gladly email it to you, and at no charge. And why don't you do that and then join the contest? Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If not, please give it a thumbs down, I guess, if you feel the need to, but please don't say anything really nasty. I'm up to 497 subscribers. I really would like to hit 500 by the end of this month, if possible, and if I can, then I might be doing a drawing. So I'd appreciate that as well. So please subscribe to my channel and join our Facebook group, and I will see you next time. Thank you.